Where's my
There's a storm
appetite?
coming, Sid. Will there be...
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I don't want to.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid's scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared.
Liars.
Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them, as always.
Got it. Do 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 do.
Oh, that blasted book. Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book.
Try to
and
make
gave
the
it a go,
masterpiece,
but,
Chris
well,
Masters or whatever the fuck his
Wasn't as
ring
straightforward as
name
you'd
was.
hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
Fine, I'll put him in a master's lock.
I've never been one to play favorites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar. Kindly old fella who haunts...
Yeah.
Fine.
I'll go talk
And
to him.
if he does, I'll see...
You
I'll
do-
find your ingredients. It's not that I don't care about it, but it's a lot of talking around to just tell me to go talk to him. Like, I understand.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
Hey, well, better go smooth like Butler. Or Birder. Also, that just said, apologize for the circumstance, immediate, your most esteemed Lord Uncle, this and that. Oh, go see what he's doing. Just like she said, a nude. Got all my side stuff. Don't think I got anything I can make right now, but you never know.
What's that for you, dear?
What are you doing there? There's a bit of health, more defense by 3 points. Oh boy. Say it ain't so. Sure.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, whatever.
What am I gonna do?
Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
It's all right. You can tell me.
there was a trader came by. One of our usual.
What are you, me, out of breath from doing nothing?
Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallymill Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
No. I'm not afraid of a lashing.
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
Sorry, I was just looking at something. Alright. Let's see. Let's go see the children. Everybody, did I grab all of your problems now? And now I just gotta go talk to everybody else? So much just talking. The story already does so much of that.
We're all gonna die! You hear me? The Akashic are coming and they won't stop!
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should...
Sid! Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh!
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? And why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
The
Miss
fuck did you
Mididol
call
said-
me?
The best way to see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we?
I don't know.
All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Mididol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others?
Christ. The gear.
This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Mididol's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
It's not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
We know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult.
See? You're learning.
These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot.
Like something
They're for
sweet, like
weighing
cool,
stuff.
like a banger,
But
like music.
What if I wanted to weigh goots? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
Would you want to weigh
What are
him?
the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn.
Yeah, I wonder which it would be. I bet it's the cogwheel.
This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking.
Fuck, did
You're
you
on the right
take it
track.
apart if you don't know?
So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Mididol's hairs.
Her hairs.
Yeah, hairs for the future.
I hate him.
She's showing us a
Kick
secret
him out.
now
Kick
so
him.
we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are we almost ready?
No.
With a little more help from Miss Mididol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Or is it a lesson? Me away from these fucking kids. I mean, they didn't get a proper education, and their marks, they were used to just be tossed aside, used as nothing more than a grunt. Just like they wanted to do to me.
Is a storm coming, Sid?
No, shut up. Stop asking me.
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her father's.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
Ah, you've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful.
Wow, I did a whole lot of nothing. Why did you just give me black blood? Why did you just have that?
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sandbrequois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them.
Oi.
I may add that
I have a
people
great
once
sense of
believed
smell.
game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
Yeah, dude, not a problem. Guys are fucking nuts. Yeah. Well, good thing they just mark the location for me. Now I gotta talk to you about
Lady
Goat's
Karen.
thing.
How's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade, then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait, what exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care, but here you are today raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto?
Just asking. Out of interest.
I didn't touch your coals.
All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating about you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket.
You want a popsicle?
That woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
Hey, I noticed. I'm just
You're
asking.
right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
Aye, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
I still think you're smoking a Slim Jim.
I spoke with Lady Karen.
Yeah, did you hear all the yelling?
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good.
Well, when she looks behind her,
I
they
knew
start
Nan
again.
Wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going.
No,
I'll find
you barely
someone
can
who'll
talk
tell
to
You'll
me.
see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
Ah.
I suppose it is.
See, that's when you get to the point. That means my old boy Clive is coming with me, right? Oh boy. Can't even fucking leave right now. I'm doing all this quest, getting ready to leave, and then I can't even leave. Son of a bitch. Soiled it. Alright, well, I guess we're heading over to fucking there.
Clive. Thought you knew better.
Sorry.
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. You'll not find a better price than that.
Sure. You lying to me? I think you're lying to me.
Finished, are you?
We have... Oh, that thing is as good as it can get. I did want to master you. Increases the number of hits inflicted by the beam, and then will allow for mastery to do... Master will do... Anyone can use it. Wonder if I can get my judgment bolt back, now that I've gained a bunch of points. Now, that's a lot. What is the full price? 5, that, so it'll take a while. I won't be able to get that back right now. That's okay. It's alright. I want it anyway. We'll just keep using Flames of Rebirth. We'll just upgrade so it does more hits. I like that I could do any of these other ones, but I'm like, I feel like it won't be that great. Flames of Rebirth. I'm back. Alright, time to head out. Like a really weird where I feel like I've been playing for 3 hours and I've done a whole lot of nothing and something at the same time. It's a really weird game sometimes. Cloak and dagger.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canville was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Isn't it nice that we're all walking like we used to? Fuck off, people are in danger.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it, the Echoes have a will of their own.
You were saying?
Enough.
Enough.
Nice try.
Do that. It's over. Freezer. I just charged right into that fire. Punch. There's one thing you use is fire against a bomb.
Tell us about Yote, John.
Good. Fucking thing over there.
She's
My shit's
strong,
over here.
loyal, and deadly.
Not this way, but like it's in that general area. Go over to. Can I just travel anywhere now? Oh, I can just travel anywhere.
With a blade.
But I'll get to
Much
where I
like
need to
Clive,
go first before I
but
worry
with
about.
better manners.
Oh, she's got better manners than me, huh? I see how it is. I'll fight this helldiver. Or chocobos. Hi there, buddy.
You're injured.
No shit.
What
Really?
happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
Yeah, don't worry. They need my help.
I'll go. You catch your breath.
Thank you.
It's just like walking up to someone bleeding out. You seem to be hurt.
Up ahead. Just off the track.
Hate to tell you.
They mustn't.
Yeah, just rest. It's like the part of me that wants to sit here and fucking do side missions, but then I'm like, sometimes you guys are just fucking ridiculous. It's just extra fluff. And nothing, it's not that important to me,
You
but
said
I'll
the
do it.
encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic is still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
Oh, it's lovely.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Good. I got here in time.
Flames of the rebirth. On the camera. Suck on this.
Farewell.
I did it.
Is someone there? Please, I can't move my leg.
That doesn't sound like a Akashic.
Are you sure? Maybe they're mimicking voices.
You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Yeah, they're
taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
His wounds were too deep.
Oh, well, you seem fine now.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it.
Sure. Everyone you knew just got slaughtered. You said your leg doesn't work, and now you're standing handing me stuff.
You seem familiar. Have we met?
You must have me confused with someone else.
Wait. That scar.
Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there in Cosnis when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
Fine. If you insist.
For Titan!
Yeah, again with the whole leg thing.
You're in no fit state to fight.
And this should be easy for you. Come on. Kill me!
For what? The sins of your master. You and I have no quarrel, and I will not strike a man who cannot defend himself.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some...
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're
Fine, I'll just leave.
then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
Clive's interest in this whole conversation is, I'm just going to walk away now. He's like, whatever, man. You're with a lot of people who've threatened me.
Let's go. Run like the wind.
I'd like the wind. Bullseye.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
That'll do, girl. Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
I've made it.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yotei, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yotei has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yotei.
Would you like a popsicle?
You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Oh, not now, Joshua.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yotei and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloeda Knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Oh, God, that guy. Meanwhile, at the round table.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora? The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce.
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What did you... What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic. He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools! Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough.
Yeah, it kind of was what I was expecting. I have his power.
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
I want to play the game he's playing where he can take everyone out in one swipe of his power.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
You.
The tapestry. Show them.
And rice pudding.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least
It's like,
godlike.
I don't know, it looks kind of low textured at times. I can't tell what I'm looking at until I really focus.
Are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards, Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish.
You fucking cast a spell on her?
But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
That I will probably die. We're all gonna die.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yotei.
Ah, it's so bright out there. Close the door.
Let's find our friends.
We have those? I feel like this adventure is mostly just about me. Oh, they'll find a way. Whether it's I unintentionally absorb his fucking powers somehow, some way, because plot device or something. But I'll probably just revive him.
She cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
But, I mean, eventually I'll probably just die. Too much use of this power turns us into a stone.
Because
figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and
I don't care, man. It's just another side mission.
Most dread Evis are aggressive.
You need me to fight something, I'll go hunt it. I'm sorry, man. It's just, they just talk. Like, I don't mind a side quest and having a lot of extra things, but they talk so much around just to the point of, I just need you to go slay this thing for something that will help me. And I'm like, just say that. Just say that. I don't need to know the whys. All I know is probably by the end of this, we're all dead. If not me dying somehow.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Part of the Assassin's Creed, I see.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
And he's a cup of coffee.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you.
Yeah, I ain't fucking
Pray
ominous.
This token.
Thanks. I got a Phoenix down.
For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later.
But it's like, it's not even like I'm
Cyril
bored or
seems
tired of the game. But there's
He
just
certainly
times
keeps
where it
straight
feels like
fellows,
it's a lot of extra shit or just people saying so much extra crap for no reason. Like, there's so much, like, lore dump, even for a side quest that is just gonna have me run, kill, like, 3 things, come back, give the meat, or some whatever, and I never see him again.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic.
You! Finally.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would...
The university? You're a scholar.
A specialist in ancient cultures. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. The answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do alone?
Or I'll go and learn something.
Climb the stairs and...
And memorize a few inscriptions for me. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's ring.
This already sounds like something I don't care that much about. Just more lore. Like, there's... I don't know, there's something about this world I'm not, like, as attached to as, like, some of the other Final Fantasy games. I had more interest in the world of, like, 10 and 7, and I haven't played 8 or 9 or anything, but something about this world's just, like, constantly a fucking mess. I don't know why.
Welcome.
I don't care as much.
Go safely.
There's just so much to process. I'll probably end up just reading about a lot of it later on in my own time, but still. So we have the thing. I guess I could go start doing those other side missions, I suppose. Really not a... Looks like there might be a way through, but no. I have no idea. Either way. Go here real quick. But, like, I like the characters in this one.
Caution. Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet.
But, like, I like the characters in this and everything else, and something, mostly the overarching main story isn't bad. It's just a lot of the, you know, there's not much RPG aspect, at least 7, things like that, materia and getting different gear. The gear is very, not even that exciting in this. It's just waiting until you get powers unlocked and then using those. And like I said, it's not just 7. Like I had more fun with like things like 10. I don't remember 13. Certain thing, but I don't know. Some of the other ones just felt more engaging. This one's still fun gameplay-wise and everything, but the side stuff just... Like I said, it feels like everyone just wants to talk. Instead of just getting to the point for, like, even just a basic side quest. It's like, go out and go eat this, get this meat. Like I said, I like all the characters in this. I think they're all pretty good. It's just the way they've written side content that's just uninteresting, and some of the heavy story cutscenes that are just lore dumps of, like, here's the map, and this is what the kingdoms are doing. I'm like, that's a lot to take in sometimes if you're a little bit dumb like I am. But it's also shit I'll just read afterwards. But I like, when we're in the main story stuff, I have a lot of fun. The side shit, it's just like, what is this item I need for this quest? And then someone just talks to you forever. And I'm like, geez, can I just get what I'm here for? I don't mind. It's just something about this one.
The bandits may be no more, but
Just feels, it feels like just a lot of extra padding. Like, all right, we got to make sure it fills a bunch of time out. I'm like, eh.
The gentlemen of the town
I don't need a dramatic
guard are a strapping bunch.
speech on why you need, like, a cheeseburger.
Could be I know something more.
Clive, listen! I've found someone who says he's heard the rumors about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever'll pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Delamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can... But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler?
That'll be fine.
Now, if that's all...
Sorry to...
Yeah, he's gonna go tell him now. He's gonna be like, I gotta go warn him.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this store he spoke of?
Good question.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but...
Be careful.
You too, Goots.
You can't just run across. I have to go all the way around. But overall, it's a solid game. I have fun with it. There's just moments where I was like,
The gentlemen of the town guard.
some of the side stuff, I can't keep up with all the extra padding of like shit. It's just like, just tell me to go to this location, go kill this thing, and I'll come back, and then all that jazz.
You fought very bravely.
It's just, they have all this extra flair just for you to be like, you're just gonna go kill a wyvern or something. It's whatever.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword...
Joke's on you. I'm carrying like 18 different swords still on me.
Leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
Soil and stone!
Fucker's trying to use cure. Didn't even send a big guy.
You've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
Says the guy running away.
I need to find Goots. Right now.
Fucking coward. Pee all down his leg. You're a bitch.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
What are you, some kind of oblivion guard?
Blood?
Goose, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime.
See, it's
But I
like
will
some
not
of
allow it
these
to
quests
continue.
where they bring in some of the other characters is nice, but there's others where they just drag on just to tell me to go murder
I have
someone.
no quarrel with you. Only with your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself!
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind.
The
Though
chest
it was
back here.
just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs?
You bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Not gonna believe it. It didn't work out.
Gooch, you... If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck.
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs, you remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect.
He'll be fine.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It's an easy going through life, one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
What did you call me?
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
This is why we don't mess with her. I was gonna say, I was like, I might be just focusing on the story soon instead of some of the side missions so I could get through, some of the, just to get through the main story. I don't know, how, but some of the side missions, like I said, tie in with some of the other characters and they're interesting or fun. There's just a few that it's like, just tell me to go do this and be done. Like one of them, someone dragged on about a cart down the road, and I'm like, you could have just told me, go get the cart, and that's it.
The fates seem bent on driving me from my inn. But if they want me out, they're gonna have to try harder.
Have you heard the latest from Twinside? That the Empress is no more?
Never trust an owl bearing good news, I say.
My
Hello.
Lord Marquis, it is you? Then you received my letter.
But I
am
can't read.
Sebastian Rutherford, Chief Steward of your Lord Uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your Lord Uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse.
Princess was
Akashic
licking ice
attacks,
cream
once
earlier.
unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your Lord Uncle, however, believes
playing
there
it
is a way
shrouded.
to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas.
Alas.
I don't know, I said you were playing, you've been playing Enshrouded or something at some point. I've been seeing it pop up.
They are both
As you earned
able-bodied,
achievements or
trained
something
in the
on
sword,
Steam.
Yet in these dark times, even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the road.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalamil and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success and safety.
Some of it just, like, there's some that have a lot of extra dialogue, but they work and they're fine. Like, the whole thing with Karen and a couple other side missions we did were fine, but the, there's some where it's, like, a lot of extra padding just to tell me to do, like, the simplest of tasks. They're like, there's this foul beast in the woods doing all of this and that and this, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so crazy. Anyway, can you just kill like 2 of them? Bring me the meat. We're done.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday.
Damn it. But I want a cheaper potion. Jesus, I don't know if I'm getting tired or what. I read that as continental cancer, and I was like, why would you give me this? So this is not what I want. Holy fuck. I was like, that is not the reward.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
No, I didn't see it. Did you, Otto? Did you see it?
How may I help you today, Clive?
No, you know, I'm just
Is everything
doing
we've
this.
received and everything promised? Here you are. Come again.
Neat.
I may have more for you.
Don't talk to me like that. Go and just kill those things. Got it. Well, like I said, I pretty much like this has been a fun game. I've had I've enjoyed it. If I didn't, I would have just stopped it early on. But there are times where I'm like, I just like the flow stops because of the amount of dialogue somebody wants to go on for a little while. When it's like, I don't mind that, like, because I'm a guy that's fine with like long dragged on cutscenes from Metal Gear to a lot of conversations like Metal Gear and other games.
There were ghosts at the gates, not days ago.
But that's usually when it's the main story. If it is a side thing, unless it's really engaging or really fun, I don't care too much. And the side stuff is usually pretty simplistic. Go here, do this, come back, you've got your reward. It's, you know, some of it can be a little engaging and some might have interest between characters, and some it's just, I want to make a better dish because you did this from another side quest. I'm like, that's cool and all, but you could have just said that instead of talking around me for like 5 minutes.
Enough.
Socrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby.
It's right over there, Clive. Just look.
Dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot.
You think you're overdoing it a bit there, pal? Joshua was just going all ape shit on some fucking, like, weak-ass enemies.
This must be our wyvern. All right, let's get this over with.
This brother, Muhammad!
Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. I'm charging, I'm charging, I'm charging. Don't hit me. Damn it.
All yours, Torgal. The way.
I really screwed him up. Ooh, I'm just trying to sit comfortably. I moved my leg in a weird way, and that I felt that in my back.
It's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs.
Oh
Bright
boy.
yellow with a heady scent. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
It's like you killed a wyvern and grabbed a thing. Hell, I would have been fine if there weren't even a side quest. If it was just the hunts, those would have been okay. Like, I don't mind that either. There are times where I'm just like, eh. Turned thing to skin. Got it. Well, right now my back is like awful because I can't even straighten my back out. I didn't even do much. I did a brief, like I did barely even lifted my empty dresser. My like it's a small dresser, and I moved it over because I need to get it out of the closet. Because originally I was gonna put it in the closet to save space, but the drawers are just the perfect size to hit the doorways, even with the doors removed in the closet. So we took it out and moved it to the end of my bed. And just apparently that little bit, I suddenly just my back is completely locked up. So I'm like, when I lay down, I can't roll over without looking like I'm wrestling my blankets.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I was like, this hurts. So as uncomfortable it is sitting here playing, it's worse if I lay down. So I got nothing better to do than to play.
I already told you, I have nothing.
Then maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Oh, you think you're pretty?
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly...
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
Oh, nice. Now I'm very angry with what you said.
Titan!
Imagine picking a fight and seeing your comrades just get obliterated by like a ginormous like Kamehameha-esque blast. It's like, you know what?
I'd expect
Put
as
it in
much
the
from
complaint
Hugo's
box.
faithful,
We'll leave you alone.
These were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this
Yeah,
kind
since
of
the
thing
Rock
before,
turned heel, I know it's crazy.
Many times.
Can't believe you're
I
up
was
on
sent
this
here to observe the
manservant.
situation.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more, and his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
Not at all. Now, to find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I...
Pick up his trail. Just suddenly teleport.
There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere.
He could even be a rock.
What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
I'm not.
Oh my god, they stole the
I'm
semen.
looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
And then you found him. I am Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands. It didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
Well, at least when you got hit in the head, you still figured out where they went.
I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach.
Thank you.
But they could be anywhere now. If they ran this way, they got to be long at the right here.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
Ooh, look at the crates and the sacks on the ground.
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Whoa. That's fun. Don't do it. I told you not to do it. Oh, I didn't do it in time. I just got smacked. Don't do it. I'm hard to see with all your guys' elemental attacks. I don't know why I read his name as Spring-Heeled Jesus. Maybe I am destined for bed at some point. Punch, 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 punch. Yeah, fucking bark at him.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice.
This looks to be all of them.
Well, there could be
I thought
more.
I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
Springy
just
healed
Clive,
Jesus.
And
My
I'm
neck.
fine. Which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Oh, he's gonna write a
The
song.
garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits...
Rockford, listen to me. If you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
I shall return to Northreach right away.
Get out of here.
Don't thank me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've gone. I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I'm...
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already.
I wish I could do more of like in your doghouse stuff a little more frequently, but
Should
it's
go and tell Rutherford that
it's fucking time consuming. Plus, I have way too many games to be playing, so it's hard for me to fit it in. But I got to do some soon so we can get a elimination chamber people picked out for both U.S. and world title or damn title. So we'll probably use the velocity show that we do for the U.S. and the damned show. We'll get the. We'll figure out who's going to go for the world title.
I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, a constant flow of information. Speaking of which, I received word from both my associates. They have resumed their investigations.
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's prospects rather grim.
I am afraid that grim would be putting it lightly. Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work quickly. And we must work together.
As it is mine.
Ooh. You did it. But I have like a handful of like random names that I've like written up that I'm like, I gotta make this character. I've just yet to do it. So once I do, we're probably gonna have like if I get them done by the next velocity thing that I'll do, it will be it'll be a lot of, you know, it could be both not only a rookie debuts, but they could also get their chance in the elimination chamber. It makes no sense to do that, but at the same time, I like the idea of just putting in some fresh faces and new situations, see if they can do it.
So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
I did,
Instead of
and he
always
was as
seeing
helpful
Fred
as
Balls
ever.
just get destroyed and
exactly
fall
what to look
further
at.
and further into depression after what DK and Emperor Zero have done to him.
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about.
Though in the end, watch Splooge War and an opportunity, it'll be down to him and DK, and then just loses.
And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
You just made chicken nuggets and lettuce. Why did you drink it?
So, not fit for consumption then?
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet that tames this savage dish. It is a tour de force, a force of nature even, a maelstrom of flavour and sensation, a graceful beast emerging from...
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent? It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
Do my best, but I'm not, you know. I think we have more important things going on. God, my stomach hurts just thinking about food. I did overeat today. Like, we were just having a pizza, but I was like, oh, they have a shrimp basket. Got the shrimp basket, and they were like, yeah, we just threw fries in there as well. And I was like, oh, no. I just wanted some shrimp. I was in the mood. I just wanted shrimp because I was like, you know, I'm in the mood for like, I don't know. I was just having like a craving for a few things of shrimp, and it's a little weird maybe to have with my pizza. I don't know, but I just wanted it. And then it was like, here's a bunch of French fries underneath. I was like, oh no. And the French fries taste good. So many carbs. My stomach.
Here's your hide.
I worried you might never return.
Here you go. Looked like I just said, here's Elvis's skin. Either way, you could probably figure out what to do with it.
Oh, clearly my trust in you was not misplaced. Join me as my honored partner.
I don't plan on making a habit of this.
Yeah, I'm pretty busy.
Very well. Do not allow me to keep...
Yep. You just make business, give me reward. Oh, my back. Well, I guess I know what I'll be doing when I'm done with the stream, whenever that is. If I can't lay down and rest my back, I guess since my PlayStation's already on, I'll just go work on In Your Doghouse stuff. I'd do it on stream if it wasn't for the fact that I like making dumbass characters and then surprising for the debut to be like, look at this guy who's not, like, looks the same as all the other characters. Because there's only so many choices you get in that game. I'm like, I'm doing my best, but I can't remember everyone's outfit, color palettes, and all that, so I'm just, like, throwing together whatever I can and just dealing with it.
Orcs. Then let us be rid of them.
I'm like, here's a name for this character, now what do I want him to be? What will they dress like? It's really, it's a mixture of trying to figure out the outfits, but it's just going through the moves. There's only so many moves to pick, and 98% of the moves are fucking generic neck cranks. So I'm trying to find moves, so everyone kind of gets the same moveset sometimes. It's not like I want to, I just don't have that written down. The one thing I try to keep written down so it isn't the same is everyone's entrances. God, it's an orcish mesmerizer. I read that as a memester. But I do like making jokes. Like occasionally have a few of the characters I've clearly made jokes on WWE's behalf. Gasoline is Diesel. I've made Mr. America, which was literally just Hulk Hogan in a mask, but I somehow made him more offensive. Corporate Kale was like a joke because of Corporate Kane, but looks nothing like Kane or anything like. It's just like the joke on the names and then just throwing them as a gimmick. You can kind of tell the ones I really like and the ones that were like 7 in the morning, or well, not 7 in the morning, but like 4 in the morning decisions, like Bathtub.
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
I don't know. Let's just get moving. Warehouse district. Does it have a bunch of rad scorpions and rats in it?
Sounds like thunder.
You're late. We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Yeah, Jerry.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Mididol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
Alright, he just does proper adequate.
My boy. Uncle Byron.
He gets emotional.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
And then Joshua stabs him and pulls off that he's wearing a mask the whole time and it's Vin Diesel underneath.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive.
We saw more than a few in this city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the merchants' district to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the merchants' district, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
And then afterwards, you're going to your father's grave or whoever.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
You all have fun.
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
Clive just comes in scratching at himself in need of a new power. He's like, hey, what do you guys got any new elements? I need, Gigaflare's nice and all, but I could use new power.
All right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors.